Hi, this is Stace from Magic and Ink. Today I'm going to open up my monthly subscription from Stickii. It's a sticker subscription that I've been I've been getting for a couple years now. But before I get into that, I wanted to show off some of my other recent stationery acquisitions. Just because they're here on my desk, so I thought you might be interested to see them. Yesterday, my daughters and I went to Pen Paper Palooza in Santa Monica, and this is it's a small show, but it's a lot of fun, and it's their 10th year. They had a lot of sticker vendors and a few major a few major pen manufacturers were there. No used pen manufacturers, and not a lot of ink was available. But you can see it's a pretty well organized little thing. And there was some free swag. There was this pen for someone I don't know, but thank you for the pen. That's always nice to get free stuff. And there was also a G2 pen, nice Pilot G2 pen. I'm guessing they were maybe one of the sponsors. I don't know for sure. And of course, what is any kind of convention or show without getting a free tote bag? Very nice, heavy, sturdy canvas. All good stuff. And then I will show you what I bought. I did not buy a pen. I went with the intention of not buying a pen. But I did buy a nib. Recently I've got the Esterbrook Model J in the Blackberry, which I love a lot. But the brand is new to me, I didn't know that much about it. It was a grab bag. It was like a mystery box item. So I was lucky I got a medium point, which is my favorite. But then as I was looking more into the brand, I thought that I'd be interested in trying some of their specialty nibs. And so it was nice to have them there in person at the show, so I could try them out. And I ended up buying a journaler nib. I don't know how well you can see that here. And honestly, I can't remember. Maybe we can compare it to the medium. I don't know. They look pretty much the same to my poor eyesight. It's a little flatter, not quite as big of the ball there on the end. But I liked the little bit I was able to try it. So soon I will be swapping that nib into this pen and seeing how it goes, how it affects my handwriting. Everything else I got was some different kinds of stationery. I bought this sword. I love swords because I'm a fantasy gal. Strange and Unusual Design had this sword notepad. I mean, honestly, I don't need more memo pads, but how could I resist that? Really excellent. And one thing I love about stationery companies is when you buy from stuff, they give you all sorts of freebies in their bag. Like, see, these are cute. These would be fun to stick into a journal somewhere, some nice ephemera. So that's that. To go along with that, I found from another vendor this super cute stamp. And let me grab a stamp pad over here. This is from Made by Wheeler. She had some letterpress items and these handmade stamps and some jewelry and stuff too. So she had a lot of interesting little things. And so we have the little stamp just like that. Very cute. Great. I've been wanting more little stamps to use in my planner and my journal. And then I bought one that is this quill pen. because, you know, I'm a writer and I love the romance of things. So that's that. This is the Distress Archival ink. I bought a selection of these recently. I used to do a lot of rubber stamping. I had a ton of rubber stamp pads and ink pads, and then I got rid of them because I was more into crochet for a while than paper crafts. So I recently had to go out and buy some ink pads so that I could use my new small stamp collection. I also bought a bunch of stickers from a company called Shady Pines Paper Company. These are kind of fun. They're like license plates for California. May 20, all branded with the month. Pen Lover, Washi Tape, Ephemera, Pen to Paper, Journal Junkie, Stationery, Ink to Pen. I don't think we even have the Sunset license plates anymore here in California, but it looks really cool. So those are fun. And then I picked up these just pretty celestial stamps too while I was there. Not really my colors. I usually go for brighter, bolder colors for stickers, but those are good too. They'll have their place. And I picked up from the same vendor, Shady Pines Paper Company, this fun little one about journaling. It's this traveler, explore, wonder, memories, story, roam. That's just fun to stick somewhere in a journal. And same with this this pretty moon sticker. And I bought this one, 100% pen enthusiast. So that was fun. It says, pens may vary in color, shape, and sizes, and that is true. Fountain pen, hand lettering, coffee rest. I think that's what it says. I can't read the small print. Maybe when I look at this on the screen, I'll be able to read it. I don't have any magnifier with me or anything. And as I said, these stationery companies love to give you little freebies. So they gave me this nice logo one. Stay fresh, stay shady. It looks like a car deodorizer that hangs on the windshield. And another freebie, which I got yesterday, but did not come from the pen show. My daughter brought this to me, and it came with her, I think a pen case or a screen protector. I can't remember what. It was this fun "You Are Magical" sticker covered with unicorns and flying horses, which, you know, this is 100% my vibe. So she knew that I would want this, and she was right. The last thing I got at the show yesterday were these blotting papers, also from Esterbrook. I'd seen them online, so I was hoping they would have them at the show. I don't have any blotting papers to use with my fountain pens, but I've been thinking I really wanted something for my journal, so that when I am writing in a real hurry, then I can just put something down and turn the page quickly without having to wait for a couple minutes or so for it to dry. And these are really cool looking with their cool crow designs. I know it's a completely different vibe than the pastel unicorns, but ravens are their own vibe, and you know, who doesn't love them? So, or maybe they're crows. I don't know. Anyway, there's 3 different designs on the big sheets. The artwork is by Ann Nosak, and they just look cool, and they already have ink spots on them. It'll be interesting to see how long it takes them to start like showing my own pen marks and stuff on them. And there are 3 that are perforated, so you can pull them apart and use them in smaller notebooks. You could even use these as like bookmarks or something if you wanted, in like a book that you're reading. So these are very cool, and I'm happy to add these to my supplies along with these stickers, all from the Pen Paper Palooza in Santa Monica this past weekend. Now let's get on to the Stickii. As I said, I have been a Stickii subscriber for over 2 years now, though sometimes I opt not to get the stickers now because they're not, it's really great. They give you a preview so you can decide whether you want that month's stickers or not, or they have, you can switch what subscription you're getting. They have 3 different um, styles that you can subscribe to. There's vintage, which is what I get, which has a lot of fantasy, florals, academia looking sort of stuff. And they have cute, which is cute animals, cute food designs, anything cute. And then their third one is pop, which is usually bright colored or some other theme that doesn't fit in vintage or cute. I almost always get the vintage. I've never gotten the cute. It's just not my style. Usually, the cute animals are cute, but not something I generally use in my own work. I have gotten the pop a few times. And so it comes once a month. It's under $15. And they come in these nice printed envelopes. This is the vintage one. I don't know what the other ones look like, but you could use scraps of paper from the envelopes to in your journaling or artwork if you wanted. And here, so enjoy your vintage pack. So I did look at these a few weeks ago to decide if I wanted them, but I don't really remember what they were. So what have we got here? Okay, so every Stickii month comes with this divider or sticker sheet holder that you can put into a binder to keep them collected. And they come with a themed sticker that you can put on the corner. And this theme is her. That's just the name of the theme. So, and it looks like this is just gorgeous, isn't it? This single sticker here. Look at that. That's really beautiful. Let's see if it says who the artist is. It doesn't say, but on the Stickii site, they're really good. Every, like a month after they send out the subscription, they do posts where they share all the artist information. They work with a lot of independent artists, which is really nice, is that you get that there's such a variety. It's not just one artist's work, it's many artists' work. And that's really beautiful. There's a little pad of paper here. And that looks like it's Arthur Rackham, one of his illustrations. He was a classic fantasy or fairy tale illustrator from the 1900s. And I just love his work, so I'm really happy to have that little pad of paper. And then for the sticker sheets, I think there's probably going to be 6. Let's look at these. This is some fairy tale illustrations, very in keeping with the Rackham, but they're by Ida Adsbell Christensen. Very pretty and evocative. A little mermaid for Mermay, an owl and some daggers, merman there, and some forest fairy creatures, and some mushrooms. Love that. And here we have some fairy tale heroines by an artist who is Etara. Look at those. Look at how pretty those are. Those are great. I love them. So romantic and also powerful at the same time. Fantastic. And then we have one of my favorite artists, Stephanie Law. I actually have a print of her on the wall in my bedroom. She does watercolor works, and look at, we have a lot of forest and sea imagery. I like the different sizes. These smaller sizes are nice to embellish like the corner of a page or something in my planner or a journal. Now we have some black and white illustrations by Cy Sparkle. just some character heads, some leading ladies of fantasy stories, very romantic and magical looking. Nice elements on any page. And here we have some more classic fantasy illustrations, and I recognize these pictures, but I'm blanking on the name of the artist. I will add it to the description. But this is a classic 19th century, early 20th century fantasy illustrator, and these are gorgeous. I mean, look at this. These are some of favorite artworks. So, yeah, I'm super happy to have these. And crowns. Look at those. Look at those crowns. I started a couple years ago. I tried to do a project where I was going to make one crown a month, and just out of different craft techniques and supplies. And I only got 2 finished completely. The third one failed because I tried too much in too short a time, and then I never got started on the 4th one. But that's the way life is sometimes. Maybe I'll show them off in a future video. But I love crowns. I have a whole crowned Pinterest board, and it's fun to just, I don't know, they're just one of those things. Look, I have a little crown on my desk over here. I got caught on my microphone cord. And out of the way again. So yeah, I have this little crown that's just up on top of my desk. Just a little decoration. So that's fun. I love having more crowns. And then we have some beautiful, I think these are probably Mucha illustrations, Alphonse Mucha, well-known artist, again, from the early 19th century. They could be just in the style of, I don't know, but they're very cool. And these are, I'm going to get so much use out of all of these stickers. So I'm super happy with this month's collection. Well worth the money I spent on it. However, as I said earlier, every Stickii Club subscription comes with this little insert for a sticker album if you want to store your stickers that way. But and I have been using them. In fact, I got very excited early on, and I bought one of their albums to store my sticker collection. This is most of my sticker collection. I have a small amount in another album from another company. And I bought some extra pouches to hold different kinds of stickers, and you can see I have these little one-page things filled up with different stickers. There's sticker sheets, individual stickers, flake stickers, all kinds of different stickers, not just from Stickii Club. But the problem is there's only so many of these little things that will fit in an album. And then eventually, you use up the sticker sheets, and then, this, so I could actually do this without this and without the envelope, because it's just, I don't know, I'm finding it to be cumbersome as a way to organize my stickers, and I have a lot. And on the one hand, it's nice to keep them all separated based on style or subject or something. On the other hand, I'm getting a lot of extra ones of these envelopes because this is nice when you have all these stickers and they're new, but then, eventually they're gone, and so you have an extra envelope, and they don't all fit in the binder anyway, and I don't want multiple sticker binders. So I've been thinking about different ways to store my stickers, and I recently saw a video from someone who they just used a bin to put them in. I thought, well, maybe that would work. They're easier to flip through, and they're not organized quite as nicely, though you could maybe use some kind of insert or tab sheet to organize them if you want. But mainly, I think it just kind of cuts down on the excess. So I went to Daiso, which is my favorite dollar store, though nothing is actually a dollar. But that's usually where I start when I want something for organizational purposes. And of course, I had to check out the stickers while they were there. And I bought a couple more sticker sheets. I bought these cute bunnies. And I bought these cute cats with the cherry blossoms on them. And a couple packs of cherry blossom flake stickers because I have no chill when it comes to pretty stickers and cute stickers. And I bought a roll of cherry blossom washi tape because I have no chill about washi tape either. Gotta have all the things. And then I bought just this little tray, this little holder, and it looks about the right size for most sticker sheets. So I thought maybe we could try it out and see how it looks. It was like, $2, so it's not a huge investment. Probably spent $2 on each of these plastic inserts if I was buying them individually. So, and they don't hold nearly as much. So let's see what happens if we try and store some of these stickers in here. See, they fit right in there. And then I can flip through them easily. So let's try some of these other stickers. I'm interested in how you store your stickers. Have you found any interesting solutions? Look, this has little washi tape pieces on them. They're little washi stickers. So cute. I may offer these bunny stickers to my daughter. I may offer her the cat stickers. Maybe I'll give one daughter bunnies and one daughter stickers, but then I wouldn't have them myself, and that makes me sad. So I love this idea so far, and I'm not going to do it on camera, but I would love to take out all my sticker sheets. Of course, it's not going to work for every sticker. And put them in here like this. And then I'll just have a big bin with all my stickers. And I can put the bigger ones in the back. And this was another sticky from a couple of years ago. They did the nice swan-like one. And then they had some with owls. So yeah, they have a really good variety. Okay, so this, I love this for sticker sheets. I can set it nearby on my desk, so it's easily accessible. Now, that is not going to be good for holding either small stickers or some of these bigger stickers like this. I feel like I'm doing too much work up here on the camera sometimes, so I'm still getting used to this. So please, if I'm off screen too much, I apologize. Anyway, I do have a number of these bigger stickers that I keep them in these envelopes in the pockets of the thing, but so I will have to probably keep some of these pockets for that kind of sticker. But I'm also thinking, I also picked up, where did it go? I picked up this container. Stubborn, isn't it? So I'm thinking maybe some tubs would also work for the smaller stickers, individual stickers. So I don't know. I feel like they might get too lost. There are some divided ones too that might work. So you could at least separate them by like theme or something like that, or color. Do you choose stickers by theme or by color? What do you think is the best way to keep things organized? These are just some pretty little, look at this. Lovely little flowers. Wishing you happiness. Who doesn't wish everybody happiness? So, and then I could just put them in here and then shuffle through them. when I'm looking for something. Of course, I think too big a container, they're likely to get lost in there. So I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Sometimes you have to try something for a while before you decide if it's going to work or not. So these are more cherry blossoms. I tell you, go to Sakura 03. I don't know what's 03. March, I guess. Cherry blossom. It's late for cherry blossoms. We have jacaranda blooms coming into bloom here in Southern California this month. It's my favorite month of the year because of the jacarandas, which are this beautiful, vibrant purple color when they bloom. And I love them. And just in the last couple days, they've just really popped all over the place. But nobody makes jacaranda stickers, at least not that I have found. But if you know of any jacaranda stickers, please let me know. So what do you think? Can I keep my big stickers in with the little stickers, or is that just going to be too impractical? I think that's not going to work. I think maybe the little stickers can go in a box like this all together, but the big stickers can have envelopes in a divider like that, because otherwise they're just going to eat up the little stickers. Anyway, that is the state of my sticker collection right now. And I'd love to hear from you about your sticker organization ideas. Do you belong to a sticker subscription club? Which ones do you recommend? I love subscriptions, especially when you have an idea of what you're actually going to get. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for hanging out with me for a little while as we explore these stickers and my new purchases from the Pen Paper Palooza. And I hope to hang out with you again soon. Bye.